I uninvested from the stock market, and I'm sharing my experiences using an under-known investment vehicle called the Self-Directed IRA to make investments that are more closely aligned with my personal values. Recently, I've been talking about my experiences building a little short-term rental cabin in the woods of Vermont. There have been quite a few questions on my previous videos asking how expenses work when you hold real estate in a self-directed IRA. How do you pay for property taxes, insurance, maintenance, utilities, all the things? And the answer is, if you own real estate within a self-directed IRA, all expenses, every single expense has to be paid from funds within that IRA account. So you can't commingle funds from outside, from a cash account or an outside bank account, to pay expenses on that property. So in my case, after I spent the initial $30,000 to buy Ted's little cottage, his hut, I ended up having to spend additional money out of my IRA, the funds in my IRA, to take it down, because as I said earlier, it was no longer structurally sound. But it took us a little while to complete the project. It took a little time to start the project, even because I needed to build up a little bit more cash in my IRA first. And I did that as IRA contributions. So I had to put the cash as a contribution into my IRA first. Then once it was in that IRA, I could use it to pay expenses. I could use it to pay builders. I could use it to pay contractors. So this entire process has been an exercise in education and patience and relationship building and curiosity, with a side order of a lot of surrender. Completing a building project in rural northeastern Vermont can be quite a challenge. The winters are extremely harsh, and the really good builders and finishers are often booked out a year in advance. We appreciate that people who work in the building trades are often very creative, and we took extra care to get to know them and find out what kinds of work they really liked to do. And to the extent we could facilitate that, we could offer support for that and go with it, we did. A little bit more on the mechanics of the account. In order to pay bills from out of the self-directed IRA, we went exactly like you would with a bank into their online system, and we can do bill pay from out of that system. Not all custodians offer the same kinds of systems, so when you're looking for the one you want to use, make sure you understand what they have available and how their bill pay works. The only real difference between bill paying out of a bank account and bill paying out of my custodian's account is that I'm required to upload an invoice, which is then saved as part of their record keeping related to my IRA. Some folks have often asked if I get the income from the short-term rental property that I can spend now as cash, and the answer is no. All of the income that comes from the short-term rental property goes directly back into my IRA and can be spent in exactly the ways we've talked about so far, on property taxes, on maintenance, on housekeeping, on any expenses related to that asset. But if I take any of that cash out, I'm subjected to early withdrawal penalties until I reach the age of retirement. So thanks for being here and for being curious. It's probably enough information for one video. More to come.